Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is Watchalong Leeds, and I'm Gary. And tonight I'm joined by Stu and Lee over on my left-hand side now. So they're over there somewhere. There.
Yep.
Stu, are you all right, buddy?
Yeah, mate, I'm good. I'm good, thanks,
Good.
Gary. Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
All right. Yeah. Uh, just a minute. I've got feedback coming from somewhere. Is that you or me?
I can't hear any feedback.
Hang on. Why am I getting feedback? It's really, really delayed. It's like I'm listening to myself or watching.
Let's have a look. Let's just double check all my settings.
You haven't got a YouTube window open with it.
Hang on. There we go.
Is that better?
Yep. Is that better for you?
That's it, buddy. Yeah, it is. Oh, hang on. No, it's not.
Let's just double check, make sure.
There's something weird going on.
Only thing I've got open is LUTV and StreamYard.
Yeah. Big Mally's in. He says, "Hey up."
Hey up, Big Mally, mate.
Hey
Hope
up,
you're
Big
doing well.
Mally. Yeah, we've got a problem, Mally. We're just trying to fix.
Anyone else getting feedback? Because I'm not at my end.
It's like a good 1 second delay or something like that. But it's like a perfect mirroring of voicing. So I'm just hang on. Is it me?
I get an echo on Stu's channel. Don't know why. Let's have a look at my settings. Virtual camera, OBS, check. Audio. Let's have a look.
Have you got like a double audio input or all like that? The same.
No, it's exactly the same.
That's weird. I don't think it's me, is it? Shall I just try? Why is that? Let's have a look.
Is that better, Gary?
This is an audio test. Hello, good evening. No.
I'm not getting no audio input on my screen. You sound fine. Absolutely
It's
perfect.
what I'm hearing in here. It's what I'm hearing in here, mate. Yeah.
I've got no else open. Nothing. All my settings are still the same as last time. Let's just double check something. Audio. Okay. Is that better, Gary?
This is an audio test. No, it's not. I'm still getting a real heavy from you.
You both sound okay from the end.
You haven't got a YouTube window open or all like that, have you? With this stream on.
The only thing I've got open is LUTV and StreamYard.
It's like I hear you what you said, and then about a second later, I hear the same thing. So maybe it's me.
No, the only two things I've got open, Gary, is LUTV and StreamYard. Yeah. Let me just try something. Let me see if I can alter a setting in my settings. See if I can change my audio. Let's just see if I can change the microphone.
All right, yeah, okay, buddy.
Right, does that sound better? Is that any better, Gary?
This is an audio test. No, I still get an audio. Stu, I'm going to remove you and then I'll put you back on, just in
Yeah,
case
that's
it's a
fine,
StreamYard thing. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Edit mic settings. Let's have a look. Right, automatically. Echo cancellation. Let's have a look. Right. I'll just remove you and I'll put you back on, Stu. Just give us a second.
No.
Right, so this is an audio test just to check my mic. If you're just joining us, we've got a few problems. No, it's me as well. It's me as well. It's me, Stu. For some reason, I can get a really good feed about myself. I'll let you talk for a little bit, Stu, and then I think it's at Gary's end. Yeah, it's my end.
So you get back for everything, me, you know.
It's like I can hear myself. Really weird that. I mean, I'm just using the normal stream. I haven't changed anything since the other stream.
No, I know a lot of people have been having problems with StreamYard.
Yeah, I'll remove myself and then. Let's have a look. Stop. This is an audio test. What? Weird. It is so weird, guys. It really is. Like I can hear myself. It's not Stu. It's me. So I'm gonna have to try and figure out what's going on.
No, well, you're doing that. I'm gonna share screen so people can see teams.
Yeah.
Right, there we go. Right, Lee, go through Lee's team for me.
Go, Messi, Alien,
Yoda,
Strike, Cooper,
Amper,
Do, Archegate, Somerville, Sinsdale, James, and Whittier.
On a bench,
Carson,
Darlow,
Kirswell, Bay,
Byron,
Shackleton, Archegate,
that's Giabi,
Pavada, Bamford, Gertard, Jorvith, and Monto.
Good boy. Right, and the arts team: Clark, Atkinson, Kinsley, Kent, Rolls, Harding, Odeye, Newwinhoff. Imagine having that name put on the back of your shirt. Shackland, Forest, Grant. On the bench, it's McCubbin, Stone, Civic, Devlin, Nelson, Halliday, Corone, Smith, Denholm, and Wilson. So that's your team use. Oh, Gary. Oh, Gary. So that's your team use, everybody. So what, Lee? Happy to see Darla won't bench?
Yeah, but I thought he was starting up.
I think it might be a bit too soon just to start him up, Lee. I'm glad that we've got. I'm glad Rutty has been given another chance. But does that mean that we're going to have Somerville one side? See, we've got Cynic, Somerville, right? You've got Cynic, James, and Georgina Rutter, right?
Yeah.
I hope Rutter's not playing down middle again because it doesn't work. It's not a what I call a poaching striker. He hasn't got the instincts to get into the box. He has, if he's going to be the striker who plays down the middle, he has to get in that box more often because he won't Forest. It were Monaco. Dan James put some really delicious crosses into the box, but there were no one in there that there were, Rutte didn't show the striker's instincts to get into the box. Otherwise, he would have been there and took him away. But I think that's going to have to come. Darlow should be match fit. I agree, Mally. I agree. I did a video on TD5 said about don't know where Gary's gone. He's gone. TD5 said about he didn't think he'd start because he only signed yesterday. But we'll have to wait and see. Big Mally says Cine will be playing behind Rutter because James and Somerville ain't strikers. No, they're not. They're not. Big Mally, but I also think that Rutter's a lot better playing off at wing, coming off at wing. You know what I mean? I don't think Rutter it suits playing down middle. I really don't. You see, we've got loads of wingers, but we haven't got, apart from Bamford, any goal poaching strikers. And that's the problem. That's the big problem.
Yeah.
Kickoff's only. What time are we on? Kickoff's only about 18 minutes away now, Lee, from kickoff. Give an animate. What's Gary say? I'm still here, you guys. Right. Gary will be back soon. Yeah, saw that. Yeah, it's. Let's just hope we can get a striker in there, Lee. What do you think about this? Yeah, nobody's, mate. Nobody's at all. What do you think? What? Don't worry, Gary. I've got fault for you, mate. That's my word. That is word. Maybe they've been trying things in training. I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. I don't know where it's gone. Hang on. It's rebooting his computer. Gary. It's rebooting his computer. Needs to get a new one. That's what I'd say to him. You need to get a new one. Yeah, maybe they have been trying stuff in training. I'd forget Peru. Yeah, I don't think we're going to bid for him, Mally. I don't think we're going to cough up the 17 million and 3 million. I don't know whatever it is they want. I just don't think we're going to pay that sort of money.
No.
Unfortunately, I think the problem you've got is we seem to be doing it on the cheapest way possible to get promoted. Yeah. Now, I just hope this works and don't backfire on us. Yeah. Because I would have thought that you would have wanted to get to Premier League quickly, so you bring in the best players you can get, and we don't seem to be doing that. But I agree, Mally. Forget Peru. I wouldn't know. What about you, Lee? With John Peru, would you forget about him? Joe Peru, or do you think? Do you think there's still a chance? I don't think there is.
I think probably a chance. I think probably a chance to get him.
Well, Big Mally says, and I read this, he left a comment from me. He's happy going to Italy on a free next season. He's happy to stay at Swansea, play for the season, and then go to Italy on a free. Maybe that suits him. But does it suit Swansea, Mally? Does it suit Swansea? Carl says, will the game be streamed? Unfortunately, we're not allowed to do that, Carl. Unfortunately, YouTube should be. We're not allowed to do it. What we will do is try and comment on the game as best we can. Unfortunately, but yeah, it's these players who are going into the final year of contracts. They all vote cards really, because they know that they can, if they want to move, they can. A club will accept it because they'll get money, or they can play hardball and go for nothing and collect on a signing on fee.
Yeah.
So I think that's why player power is such a big thing now. Clubs, professional football clubs should not be letting their best players go into the final year without either signing an extension or you've got to sell them. It's just, this is what's happening with Harry Kane at Tottenham. He's into his last year, so he knows that if Levy wants the money for him, he'll sell him. But he also knows that if he gives it another year at Tottenham, he can leave on a free. talk to European clubs in January, or go to somewhere like Man United or even Chelsea or Arsenal or Liverpool on a free next season and collect on the signing on bonus.
Yeah.
So this is why players seem to be getting their own what you call the player power, and I don't agree to it, mate. I really don't. So what are you expecting from this game, Lee? What are you expecting? What were you expecting from it?
Hopefully we can get a win. Well, I hope we can get, but hopefully do the same.
Well, we got a win against Forest, didn't we?
Yeah, hopefully we can do the same performance against
Forest.
Yeah.
I think again, the three things I want to look out for is fitness, blueprint of how we're going to play, and the team gelling together. They're the three most important things for me.
Hopefully, all it is, probably no injuries.
No injuries.
Yes, it's not for championship start.
No, well, that's it. Yeah, that's a good thing as well. Yeah, you want to get through game injury scathed, don't you? You don't want to get any pick up. You're spot on there, Lee. Good point. So maybe that's my fourth thing I need to look out for as well. Good idea. Good way of thinking that. Good afternoon, Inky. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. And Big Mally, thanks for letting Carl know. It's on LUTV or Hearts TV. Good afternoon, all. Good afternoon, Inky. Hope you and family are well, mate. Hope you and family are good. So what are you in chat expecting? What if you can pick three things to come from this game? What would they be? What you're looking forward to seeing? I mean, with the next three things. But yeah, I mean, do you think Medley is going to stay at Leeds? Is Medley going to be Leeds? He's number one, and Darlow's going to push for him, push him to be, push him. Or do you think Medley is going? I think he's staying.
I think he's staying because no people put bidding for him yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. No one has, have they? And has anyone put a bid in for Somerville?
Last time I heard was to the Pirates, but I don't know if that's
true or not.
True, I don't know. Because Donto, he's on bench stage. Everton want him, but
yeah, well, apparently he said that he's a in about Everton, isn't he?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll end up keeping it. But I know somewhat, if we're wanting to spend money in transfer window, we're going to have to sell a player to balance the FFP books. Because we've got that is it profit and sustainability, whatever it's called. We've got to show that we're also bringing an income in. And no one's going to buy Harrison because he can't pass a medical. No one's going to buy Adams because they can't pass a medical. That only leaves the likes of Sinistera, Somerville, Nonto, and Meslier, who's got a value to them. Because the rest of his team haven't really got a huge value on him.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's which where do the club want to go? Do we want to gamble, keep these players and hope that they can get us promoted, or do we need to sell them and invest in some new players coming through the door?
Yeah.
In fact, there's a good Leeds United crowd at Hearts Stadium. It's always good to see Leeds fans there, isn't it, Lee?
Yeah.
It's always good to see them.
Yep.
Jock the Jambo. That's Hearts' mascot. Did he look cuddly? So, right, getting back to that team then, Lee. Are you comfortable going in with that, including subs? Are you confident going into the season with that team?
Yes.
Would if you could pick one area in pitch, where would you like to see a player being brought in for?
I think it's Sharko.
I agree. I do. I actually agree with you, Lee.
Because apparently, all we need is we need a left back
Yeah, but apparently, Sam Byron might be signing.
That's cool.
He's a right. Is he? No, is Byron a left back or a right back?
He's a right.
Is he right back?
Yeah.
So left back, we've got Yelder who can play there. Who does talk of him going out?
Mm.
We've got Stroke who can play there, which I don't want to see Stroke back there, and we've got Firpo who can play there, but Firpo's injured. You're talking to Stroke and Mesley on LUTV.
Is that he's Wesley's down? What's
yeah, so just Wesley, he never smiles, does he?
so exciting, isn't it? So why am I doing here?
It's a nice stadium, is that stadium? I like the ground. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice and compact, isn't it? A bit like Ellen Road, really.
It's never smells.
Big Mally says a couple of choices. Rutter on the wing with Cresswell behind Cine. Or Cine on the wing with Cresswell behind Rutter. Could do either or, couldn't we? I think I'd rather see your first option, Mally. Rutter on the wing with Cresswell behind Cine. See, can we have Rutter? Can we have Can we have Somerville on the wing behind and Cine behind Rutter? Couldn't we have it that way? Not Cresswell. Cine on the wing behind Somerville behind Krieg, Somerville or Sinistera. I'd like to see Sinistera behind Rutter if Rutter is going to play down middle.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? It's a backup. It's a backup striker for him. Because I do think Sinistera's got the skill on it to get past players and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think Rutti is good on ball. He just doesn't make them runs into the box like you'd expect from an out-and-out striker.
Yeah.
That's the only thing what's missing from his game, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know where Gary's gone. I think his computer's broke. I think his computer's broke. Cree is Somerville, yeah. Equals Somerville, Cree is Somerville, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a good option. There's options, isn't there? There's options early.
Yes.
Which it's gonna so Ailing at right back, Yelder Strike centre back. Well, no. It's gonna be Strike Cooper centre backs, Yelder at left back. Amper doing Grace sitting in front of them. Then you'll have Somerville one side, Cine in middle, James on other, Rutter up top.
Yeah.
I think that's how it's going to go. Ian, hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. Good afternoon, everyone watching. Hope you're well. How is Legend Lee today? Have lights as normal. Cheers, Ian. Hope you and your family are good, mate. Thanks for joining us. Gary will be along shortly. He's just rebooting his computer, bless him. He's just rebooting it. I mean, I'd love to know what computer he's got because I'll tell him put an hammer to it and buy another one. You know what I mean? Well, score prediction. Put you on spot now, Alan.
Yeah. I might go with 3-0 Leeds.
3-0 Leeds?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-0 Leeds. It's just... Hearts. Gary's rebooting his phone. Hey, we're all right. I mean, you can hope for, can't we? Like, we can hope for him, bless him. Do you think it'll be a full house? Everywhere Leeds go, it's always a full house, isn't it?
Apparently, I don't know how true it is, but apparently it's always sold out again.
So that again.
Yes. Because I don't know.
Well, what time is it? 4 minutes. They'll be just finishing off the pints, won't they?
Yeah.
So it'll start filling up. Believe me, it'll start filling up. So, I do like it stadium though. I do like it. Yeah, sound on. I'm not loud. There we go. Not like what sound on me coming through telly. I'm good. Get the copyright, don't we? Yeah.
Apparently, some I think some Fatness Out fans, Scotland, Glasgow, who are Scotland fans, there's out fans decided to that game. Glasgow, Scotland.
I think Leeds are taking 3,000 fans.
TV sound.
Hang on a minute. My TV sound. Can everyone hear my TV, please? No, can everyone hear my TV? I've got my TV on. Can everyone hear it in chat? Because if they do, I'll have to turn it down a bit more. Can everyone hear my TV? Because I don't want Gary's channel having a copyright on it. I can remember Darlington playing Leeds United in pre-season games back in the days. Memories. No, so you can't hear me telling. Cheers, Mally. That's good. So they can't hear it. That means that you can hear it, can't you?
Oh, check out. That's kit top.
I like that pink top. I do.
Pink the orange.
That's Arts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that pink top. What Lee Arts plays wearing. I like it. It's like a rhubarb and custard.
Yeah.
No, you're okay, Stu. Thanks, Inky, mate. Much appreciated. Just didn't want to get Gary into trouble, like we're all.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're about right. Here comes players. Here comes the Leeds and Arts players.
Come on, Leeds.
Who's Leeds captain, Lee?
Cooper.
Yep, Coop's captain. Good. Did you see that video I did about Cooper when he said about when he said after the Tottenham game, you've got to live, you've got to die for this club. You've got to put everything in to this club, and I like that. I really did. Quickly share. I'll quickly share screen with you so you can quickly see the teams, guys. Sorry, I didn't know I could do it, but I can. There you go. Rhubarb without custard. Catch you later. Yeah, no worries, Big Mally. Take care, my friend. Take care. Speak to you soon. Apparently, Hearts' new main stand. Some fans can't see the whole pitch. Is Gary back? Now then, Gary.
Wait. What is going on?
Can you still hear it? Quickly go through Leeds team for me again one more time.
Right, Mezengo, Halen, Yerda, Strike, Cooper, Amadou, Archgate, since James, Whittier, Carson.
This is the bench.
Carson.
Darlow.
Kiswell, Aaron, Shackleton.
You happy?
Garrett, Preferda, Bamford, Gaetan, Jarvis, and Nonto.
Nice one, Lee. Nice one, mate. How are we doing, Gary? How are you?
Audio test. Testing. Are we good? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, mate.
Good. I can hear you.
Can you hear yourself?
No, I can't. It's funny. I've literally done nothing with the settings or anything like that, but I'm beginning to wonder because my phone's connected to my laptop occasionally. It's connected on Bluetooth. Let us know, chat, if the audio goes a bit haywire. Do let us know because we do try and fix it. We're having an audio catastrophe tonight where I am. But I believe we've just kicked off. Is that right?
Just about. Hearts are just about to kick off now. Referee's just having a word with Hearts player. Ball's on middle of pitch.
Yeah, I've got a really good stream, really good picture here. So they're talking about the referee, David Dickinson. There's some Aberdeen Whites there as well, by the look of it. Say that again. Oh, hang on. Someone's just disconnected. Oh, my God. It must just be me. Lee finds it total comedy coming into my channel, don't you, Lee? I think he laughs because it's just my when. Oh, hello.
Things go wrong.
It's the camera that's gone now. Oh, brilliant.
I can still see you. You're fine.
Can you? All right. According to this, it's stuck.
Yeah, you are jumping a bit.
Yeah.
You need to get a new laptop or a computer, Gary.
I need the screws tightened up, I think. It's been through some abuses, this laptop, over the last 3 years. Might be time for a gaming laptop or something like that.
Yeah, we haven't ready to kick off yet. Something's gone wrong. The ball was on the centre spot, but now we're just warming up a little bit. So there must be something wrong. It'd be something to do with the referee's communication system.
Well, I'm just listening to Bryn Law, and they're saying that I think it was the Hearts manager they're talking about, that the Hearts manager isn't is not properly registered, so he can't have the title of manager or something along those lines. So apparently they're in Europe in one of the European competitions this season. So there's been a bit of a headache for them. It's not looking good, is it? Everybody's having a problem, a nightmare today. I'll tell you about the delay in a minute.
Can you hear my telly, Gary, please?
Say again?
Can you hear my telly?
No.
That's all right.
No, I can't. Can you hear mine?
No.
No. Yeah, we don't want copyrights. I mean, we can afford them on my channel, but I mean, not on your channel.
This is only broadcast on your channel.
Yeah, is it? Oh, yeah, right. Did you put the restream on? No. I have allowed restreaming if you wanted to do that.
No.
I don't know.
I'm here to help you, mate. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, bless you, Stuart. Stuart's the salt of the earth, is Stu. That's why I've got Stu as. That's why I've got Stu as co-hosting. I could put my faith in you, Stu. When things go wrong, Stu can just at my end he can just clean it all up. Taking charge.
To sat me a few times, so I'm glad someone's got faith in me, Gary.
I know it is the referee that's had communications problems apparently. So
right, we're off.
We're underway according to this. Yeah, we've started. It's going to could be a tough game for us. Could this? I think a decent side. I think this one, Stu.
Well, I want to see where Sinisterra, Somerville, and Luthier are playing.
Yeah.
You know how they started. It's like Sinisterra's the middle, doesn't it?
At the moment, yeah. It looks like he's at mid-left position at the minute. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 4-2-3-1
They're talking about
formation.
he's playing a 4-2-3-1 formation at the moment, according to Dorigo, and they're saying that Archie Gray is going to might be one of the holding players. I mean, I don't know why you'd do that, but anyway. But I think, like anything else with someone like Fark, I think we're going to see a number of changes in formation, perhaps a number of changes in personnel later on in this match. But yeah, long ball there, it just goes over the head. I think that Dan James, is it?
Yeah, it's not the
Over on that
tallest,
far
is it, to be
side.
fair to him?
No, he ain't. No. So, yeah, we're underway. 1 minute and 30 seconds in, and it's being fought in the midfield at the minute, and Hearts have just dropped off and made themselves nice and compact as Leeds play the ball back, and it's Melier, I think, that's in the net. Passes it out to Stroud. That is.
Yeah. Hello, from your team, Gary.
Yeah, oh, that's good that he's travelled there. I mean, that guy's racked up the miles, hasn't he, in the last few days, by the sound of it. He was in America, I think, on a training. Is it some sort of? Is he on the Premier League Stars American tour or something like that? Newcastle, I think they might be on that. Yeah. Of course, if you didn't know, Liverpool beat, or they were beating Leicester last time I checked. That were in Singapore Stadium. Beat them 4-0. Good performance by Liverpool by the sound of it. Luke Haley's into the 18-yard box, tries to cross one in, but cross is blocked by the Hearts number 3. And
which is Knightley.
Knightley, is it? Yeah. I do need to get my hands on these graphics a bit more earlier, but unfortunately, we've had some audio problems. Archie Gray's overtaking the corner kick. It's an outswinger. It's very, very deep to the other side of the 18-yard box, and it's cleared away by Hearts. Eh?
Like Leeds player on far side did well to get his head up from.
Yeah, he did.
From
Yeah,
corner.
yeah.
It looks like we had a 3 at the back then, didn't it, Gary?
Yeah. We're kind of chopping and changing as like now we've just got Strauch and is that Cooper? Is it on the side? Yeah, and then I think Gray's coming into all a little bit. Ayling's out on right hand side. Ayling's almost playing like a right wing back position, isn't he? But he's or a right midfield, but he's high up the pitch. Is Luke Ayling. And Leeds trying to press the ball. Hearts are just dropping off. They're nice and compact. They've got. It looks like they're on a 4-3-3 to Hearts at the minute. But like I say, it can chop and change, can't it, during game? Cooper plays a little ball, and it's gone back to Melier. Melier is outside his 18-yard box. Plays a short ball back at Cooper. I think that is Cooper, isn't it?
Yep, Cooper out to Dan James.
Yeah. Dan James puts on the afterburners, goes down the left-hand side to the byline. He's into the 6-yard box, plays it straight at the keeper, and I don't think there's an
well done, Dan James.
I don't think there were an opportunity there for him to try and cut that back. He was going at such pace, and a little bit of skill there by Dan James, and it should be a corner kick to Leeds, I think. Yeah, it is. And is that Archie Gray taking corners on the other side, Stu? Can you tell who that is?
Yeah.
Corner as well. It's not a good corner. He tries to find Sinistera, I think, with a bit of a diving header, but Hearts are coming out. They're trying to clear it, and Luke Ayling's picked up the ball, plays a nice little ball back to Ampadu. Ampadu out to the right-hand side, and that's a misplaced pass, but Strauch picked it up. Plays a little ball into Archie Gray, and Strauch again picks up the ball. He's marauding forward, but he's almost lost possession there, Strauch. Strauch and Ayling having a little interchange of passing. Ayling's won a throw-in for Leeds. And it's on this near side here as we're looking. Leeds kicking from left to right as we're looking at again. And not a bad start from Leeds, I don't think, Stu.
No, it's bright start, happy start. Plenty of possession. Not just. I'm happy that we're actually trying to go forwards. I know we've gone backwards a few times, but we're mixing it up. I think Dan James is much lively. Here comes Cine. Speaking about lively players, James out. Just a bit too much on it, but really, really good play. Yelder got right up there in support from left back. Really good play. I'm looking overall, Gary. Happy with it. I'm happy with his. Happy with first 6 minutes anyway.
Yeah, we're doing all right. We've got Ian Barron says, "Hi Gary, I'm a Darlington FC fan. Remember us back in the day? Darlington, Stu."
He's a member. He's a friend of the disabled team channel. He's come across to watch you. He's a Darlington FC fan. He's well proud of the fact that his club's is a fan ownership club. It's fan owned, and his stepfather used to play for Darlington back in the day. I think he played against Leeds when Darlington played Leeds.
Yeah, some interesting stuff. My brother's coming. He's popped in to see what we're whittering on about. Not much to talk about at the minute. Leeds have had quite a positive start. If you're just joining us, that's an interesting one, Ian. And I think it's nice to hear about clubs being fan owned. It's not. Yeah. It's a rarity, isn't it, these days? I don't think there's any or many clubs in that sort of league standing that are fan owned, and certainly the higher up you go, the rarer they are. These types of clubs. It's nice to see that, and I know that fans are the nice little ball in by Elling, but it just can't get. Nobody can get on the end of it. I think we've just won a free kick there, and we have. Archie Gray goes over. He's looks like he is the set piece specialist for us at the minute.
Archie Gray's Eddie Gray's son, isn't it? It's grandson, isn't it? Is it Eddie Gray's grandson?
I think there is a relationship there, isn't there? I'm not so sure it's grandson, but there might be some. No, isn't it Frank Gray? Oh, a little ball whipped in, and Hearts are so tightly packed. Leeds have no chance. They're trying to play it back to Ampadu.
I forgot to do it, didn't I?
Do what?
Scoreboard. Time. What minute are we on, Gary?
8 minutes. We're coming up to 9 minutes now, Stu. 9 minutes starting now.
1, 2.
So 9 minutes 10. Now, yeah, you're almost there, Stu. That'll do. We're a second or two out, but don't worry about it. Is Archie Gray Frank Gray's son? I think it's grandson, isn't it? I think it is grandson. I think it's Frank Gray. Yeah. So there is a bit.
Eddie Gray's uncle, then, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, there is a. Yeah. Nice little ball down the line there. I didn't see who played that, but I think is that Cine. Cine's playing there. Got us a corner. My brother's there. Ian's asking, how can I watch the game? I'll come back to you in a minute, Jay and Phil. And the answer is, we've bought it on LUTV, and it's $7.99. And to save you the hassle, it's no cheaper on Hearts TV. It's the same price, and it's a couple of quid more than the Forest game. I noted, Stu.
Yeah, well, that was $4.99.
$4.99. Oh, and there might be a little shout for a penalty there, but Sinistera has a shot saved. Lovely little bit of build-up play there on edge at 18-yard box between the two players there. I think Sinistera was one. I'm not sure who the other one was. Lee, did you see who that was?
No.
Right,
Maybe you could tell us.
Dan James. He is Cine.
Yeah, Dad James, yeah. How could I watch the game? Yeah, sorry about that, Ian. So, yeah, come on, Leeds, all Leeds out with, and there's a nice little ball out there. Dan James, I think, picks it up on the left-hand side. He's trying to go to byline, wins as a Leeds a corner ball again.
Dan James.
So, we should be on, the clock's above Stu's head is almost accurate. It's almost there, almost to within a second, I think, of the actual match clock that we're looking at. The wizardry of was it OBS Archie Gray takes another corner ball. It's nice, but there's nobody there to meet it. It's beating a couple of players, and it's cleared out to Ampadu. Ampadu just at the edge of the centre circle, and the referee's pulled up the play here. I think there's been an incident as a result of that corner. It could be a head collision, and the keeper is over there checking on the player, and he's rubbing his head a little bit. I'm not so sure which player. Oh, might have just been how he headed it. Because there was no collision. It was just the ball. Perhaps how he headed the ball there. He didn't head it with the forehead. It was on top of the head. It probably just shook him up a little bit. But no challenge or anything from any Leeds player or coming together between another Hearts player. And play resumes, and the referee, they've given each other the nod. He's just continued. So there's a drop ball, and then it's gone to Leeds, and ball's being played back to Mellier, and Mellier's punted it, and it's gone out for a Hearts throw-in just beyond the halfway line. And it's the Hearts number 3 there who's
Kingsley.
Checking it. Yeah, Rutter is on the bench, isn't he? I think, and Giabi, Patrick Bamford. He's playing, is he? Rutter's playing it. Oh, who's that then on bench? It looks like I thought it was Rutter then for a second. Looks like Rutter.
Joseph.
The Rutter. Oh, it's Joseph, isn't it? Yeah, because Joseph. I looked at a pair of them. I'm like, they look almost like they could be twins. Them two with their hairdo.
Same hairstyle, aren't they?
Yeah, same hairstyle, same colouring.
You think though, wouldn't you, with all money they earn being footballers, to get a proper haircut, wouldn't you? You think that, wouldn't you?
They pay £250 for an haircut, don't they, down at Leeds City Station, the back train station. Wow. There's a barber in there that does all haircuts for them, or used to be. And they told me that it were £250 if you go in there for an haircut. I don't know if that was the Leeds United player price or if it was the same price for an average Joe, but I certainly wouldn't be paid £250 for an haircut. Not that I have much need for an haircut these days.
I'll be asking them when they're going back to get it finished.
Ah, yeah. That's a little ball. That's a lovely ball there. I think it's Sinisterra in the middle, out to Dan James, who looks into the 18-yard box. There's nobody there, so he holds play up. Clips one in with the right boot to just past the penalty spot, but there's nobody there to collect it. It's defended by Hearts. Ampadu plays one out to Luke Ayling, but there's two. He's overcooked it. Luke Ayling can't get to that. Coming up to 15 minutes.
Gary.
Say again.
I'm happy with the possession. We're not, the possession stats that we've got. We play with more possession, aren't we?
Yeah, Hearts are just dropping off. They're sitting deep. They're not even looking like they're wanting to try and catch us on a counter attack just yet. I think they're just wanting to see how we're going to set up in the opening moments. But I certainly expect that Hearts are going to change their tactics. I think, or certainly their lineup to make it a bit more counter attacking friendly and just let Leeds have the majority of the play. That certainly looks how it is at the minute. There's not. not too much. They've just got one up top at the moment of Hearts, so there's a little change there of formation again. And yeah, I mean, it's been a good opening 15 minutes. Leeds have had the better of the play. I haven't seen any what I'd call clear-cut chances just yet, but Leeds do keep probing, trying to make something happen. But Hearts are defending quite well. They're sitting a little bit deep, just dropping off a little bit as Strout picks up the ball. He's tried to play one out to Ayling, but he's lost possession. There's a little ball played down the line to the Hearts number 10, and Cooper, I think, has conceded a corner ball.
Corner ball?
Yeah. Should be
I
a
thought
corner
Cooper
ball.
did well to get across, though. Cooper did well to get across to close down danger.
He did. It might not be. Is it a corner ball? It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Yeah, it is a corner. When you look at the replay there, it looked like Cooper had... there must have just been a nick off Cooper that's... Anyway, Hearts have taken the corner ball. Leeds are defending, and it's cleared out. I think Rutte's tried to get to it, and Rutte's breaking forward. He's accompanied by City, who's got the ball, but City's brought down.
That were a tactical foul, wasn't it?
Tactical foul that right on the halfway line, and it's Chris Somerville, is it? Yeah, it is Somerville. Tried to break forward there, and Rutte was alongside him, but Somerville just got scythed down by the Hearts number 5. I need to do better, don't I? Really get the what is it? I need to get the fucking lineup. So
you think they'd have the names on back at shirts, wouldn't you?
Well, it does help, doesn't it?
Yeah, you would have thought. I thought, yeah, definitely. Good long sweeping ball, but just too much on it for Ayling. Ayling put his hand up to appreciate the attempt from Yelder. Just a little bit too much on it, but it's Hearts Road halfway inside their own half on to their right and to their left hand side as they're looking at it.
Yeah. Oh, the keeper's had to hit one on the volley, and keeper's hit one on the volley there. He was under a bit of pressure, and he's got out for a Leeds throw in. It's not far up the pitch either from the keeper.
Back in Leeds, just in Leeds, inside Leeds' half with Cooper out. What a run by Dan James, unlucky, but I saw the idea and I liked that. Well done, Cine. Almost got Rutte away then, Gary, middle.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Oh. I'm just looking at the other screen at the minute, so you go ahead, Stu, carry on. Right. I'm trying to get the, what is it? Trying to get a lineup graphic or something like that.
Did you want me to share screen and keep it on screen for you, Gary?
No, it's all right, buddy. It's easier if I get one put on here, and then they can see. Yeah, even Google normally has like a screen where you can just see it, can't you? But it's not there at the minute. So maybe they're saying temporarily unavailable, which is a bit of a bummer.
Leeds have intercepted, did really well there. Did actually great to win ball back. Yeah. It goes to Somerville.
Somerville.
Just lost out though. Somerville lost it. He tried to take players on. He lost out.
Yeah.
Well cut out that by Coops. It's Hearts throw deep inside. Hearts deep, just by halfway line. Oops, it's gone down holding his shoulder. Is that Rutte?
I thought it was. It's stairs down. He's holding his rib, I think, or just a bit above his hip on his left side. Might be a little
Looks
sore
like-
one that. And there's already a substitution being arranged here by Leeds, and Fark has got the subs running up and down. There's one of the players has taken the.
Bamford's getting ready to
Couldn't
come
see
on.
it.
Wait, look at it.
Could
No,
be
he's
Bamford,
warming
but
up,
there's
man.
somebody. Who's he putting on there then?
It looks to me like it's is it Byron?
Could be Sam Byron. Yeah.
Rutter's just gone off. He's on his own steam. He's got up and walked. He's gone off himself. It's not like he needs any support. That's always a good sign.
Leeds look like they've gone into a 4-4-1 formation there for a second. Until there's another player coming on. Has that substitution just taken place there, Stu? Did that actually happen? Did it?
I didn't
I
see
keep
it.
looking for.
Personally.
No.
I didn't see a sub
No.
come on for him. No, but he's not on sidelines, is he?
No.
Dan
Not at
James
the
got
minute.
caught like late there. I thought that were a bit naughty by Arts.
Yeah.
Atkins. But Dan James has got back up and got on with it again, which is good to see. Back with Melia now, everybody. Melia into Ampadu, one touch out to Coops got it back, goes back to Meslier. Meslier goes long in the direction of Dan James, but he's never going to win that ball because the defender's got a bit too much height on him. So,
I think Archie Gray's just conceded a free kick there, isn't he?
yeah,
Say again.
We've stop-start period at game now, Harry.
Yeah, a lot of interruptions, niggling little challenges and stuff like that happening at the minute. There's not. I mean, I won't say it's a dirty game, but referees got a bit of work on his hands at the minute. They're starting to get stuck in a little bit. The Arts lads, they're look like they're trying to advance the game a little bit more compared to the opening 20 minutes. We're on 23 minutes and 30 at the moment, as you can see there on Stu's clock. That's almost synced perfectly. It's Cree Somerville picks up the ball, but it's a bit of bad control from Cree Somerville, that. And I think Archie Gray's gone in there. He's going to concede another free kick. He's brought down Nieuwenhof. Nieuwenhof, is it? Yeah. Nieuwenhof for Hearts. And just waiting to see what's going on there. He's having a good game at the minute. Archie Gray is getting involved in all sorts, getting involved in everything at the minute. Is the best way to describe what's going on.
He's
And
doing all right,
yeah,
he's having a good, he's having
doing
a good
well.
time.
Having a good
Well,
performance so far.
Oh, James has got. Oh, James, you let ball run under you. You had a chance then of getting a shot away, but you just didn't control the ball.
Yeah,
You got the ball.
yeah.
Oh, James, I really want him to do well this season. I'm praying for him to do well.
Yeah. I'm sure DM on Twitter at a guy for it's spam, that I think. We're treating that one as spam, Stu, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Rutsch's run his race, but look at it. It's gone down on his knees. Well, it's gone down. He's holding his ribs. Bamford's stripped and ready to come on.
Let's just hope it's not a fracture for Rutter. Certainly a hairline. As someone who has had a hairline fracture in the rib, I can tell you it's a very painful experience. and it's not something can be picked up easily by an X-ray. So Rutter's day is done, and it looks like Patrick Bamford is about to come on for Leeds. Sporting a beard and a bit of an haircut is Patrick Bamford. Bit of a rough look there for Lord Patrick Bamford.
Let's see if he can add to his goal he scored against Forest.
Well, I hope so. I was pleased that he scored.
Yeah.
I'm getting a dinging noise. Is that from you, Stu? Oh, and there's a corner ball, and it's Patrick Bamford. Is it Patrick Bamford? No, it isn't. Gets through to the back post. Is it Strap? Who was that? Oh, Helder tried a bit of a volley there on the far post from that corner ball, and he just couldn't get his movement right, and his body shape. Is that you with the ding ding, Stu?
No?
I'm
No.
getting dinging. I'm getting a ding coming through the microphone.
No, not at my end, you're not.
No. I wonder if it's something to do with that.
No ding ding at my end.
No.
Your computers are telling you it needs a new one.
No, it's not my computer, Stu. I wonder if it's something to do with that guy that I've just blocked or booted off.
Or self-taught Hopper.
Say again.
Self-taught Hopper is the name of, wasn't it?
Yeah. Could be something to do with it. I mean, I keep getting notifications coming through on phone here, so could be a Leeds United thing, I don't know. Twitter says, anyone else think Dad James appears to have matured a little?
I've said this for a while. I think Dan James is going to be a big part player for Leeds this season.
Seen signs of him adding an it goes on to say see signs of him adding an end product. A lot being said on online at this game.
Right time as well.
Yeah. Daniel Farker is not wearing any club sponsored apparel at the moment in this match. Just like a leather jacket, black V-neck, and black jeans and some shoes.
Looks like we've just brought him down from stands, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
You've got all these coaches that back it out green, and he just stood there with his hand in his pocket.
It looks like he's just walked straight out of a catalogue, doesn't he?
Yeah. Cool as you like.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's what I'm going to call him. The Cool Hand Farker.
Cool Hand Farker.
Yeah.
He's a stylish Farker, isn't he?
The German Fonz of Leeds United.
Yeah, if you're looking for efficiency, yeah.
I love it when he says,
and there's an handball there, missed by the referee, but I think he says it's more ball to hand. He just doesn't do anything about it, the ref. And Leeds are... Luke Ayling's gone down under a challenge. And it looks like Leeds are going to get themselves... They've got themselves a free kick here. We're just seeing a replay of that at the moment.
Ailing flop, yes. Ailing couldn't stretch his leg out far enough to get that.
Yeah. Is it Ailing who's been punished for that then, or is it the other guy?
The other guy got punished, didn't he?
The other guy who got punished, yeah. I think it was number 10, is it? Forest for Hearts.
Forest, yeah.
Yeah. So
he took on that line, Gary. Keep come well out and collected.
Yeah, 30 minutes on the clock, folks. If you're watching at home, and if you're joining us for the first time, hello, welcome. I'm Gary, and joined with Stuart and Lee from the disabled team. Watching Watchalong Leeds, we're talking about we are trying to watch along this game, but I'm having all sorts of technical problems. Luckily, Stu's here to save the day from the disabled team. He keeps telling me to buy a computer. One day I'll a decent computer. One day I will.
So it's Hearts have got a throwing, sorry, just inside Leeds' out, halfway inside Leeds' out, gone short, gone backwards actually to the defenders.
Kent has the ball. Kingsley and Kent, and now it's Rowell's, Harry, and they've just played a little bit of an interchange there, and it's back to the keeper Clark, who plays it a short ball. Patrick Bamford's just standing off. Leeds are. I don't know if do you think they're looking a little bit tired at the minute, or just taking a little break?
Conserving energy, I'd like to
conserving energy. They've not found a goal just yet. Somerville's conceded a foul, and it's in the back of one of the Hearts players. But lots of Leeds United fans there at that ground.
Follow them everywhere, don't we? We follow Leeds everywhere they go.
Yeah, a very good attendance. Still some empty seats there, interestingly enough, Stu.
Yeah, well, apparently we've took 3,000 to this game.
Yeah, it's not a bad support, that is it, to go up there. I mean, I don't even know where ground is, Stu. You know where it is that right? Did you have a look on Google Maps? I heard it was Edinburgh.
You're right. When he says it's near Edinburgh, it's just outside the centre of Edinburgh, isn't it?
Is it? Right. Not a bad day out then, is it, to go up there? It'll be a bit of a change of scenery.
Furthest I've ever been out of Bradford, and it's just gospel and it's truth. Blackpool when I were a kid, Withensea. And I went down to I've been down to where's that? Sill. What's upstairs? Oh God, what's it called? Down Devon. Oh, Barnstable.
Barnstable, all right. Yeah.
Weekend. Yeah.
Nice down there, isn't it? Yeah.
They didn't like. Well, they don't like us Northerners down there, Gary. They hate
us
Northerners.
Do they?
No, they don't like. Yeah, I opened the door for someone. She heard me talk. She put door on me. She put door in my face.
Did she?
Yeah. I called her the nice names we call people up north. Arrogant and ignorant.
Aye. And not sure what's going on there. I think Chris Somerville's being called offside from a long ball over top, and it looks like there's a bit of a conversation with the linesman, and Clark comes out for Hearts to take the ensuing free kick. It's about 25 yards out from his goal, and there's a battle on there between Pascal Strauch and Shankland, I think it is, and trying to clip a little ball in over top, but Pascal Strauch's up, clearing it with a bit of a punt, and Somerville's he's lost the ball again there. I would think it's Grant tries to play a little ball down the line, but it's gone for a goal kick, I think there, Stu.
Yeah, right. I just think we're at that period where because of the they're stopping and starting with free kicks, needless free kicks, and it's just spoiled. It's shut the tempo out of the game. I think the tempo's dropped, Gary, like you said. Mesley would lucky to get away with that. Then it would dilly-dally with ball at his feet, and look, it's gone long looking for Ayling, but it's been cut out well by Kingsley.
It was a firm back pass from Ampadu, wasn't it? That into Melier, and I've got to say, I were a bit worried. I don't like this playing out from the back business. I've never been a fan of that, and all this, messing about at the back. And I mean, when it's a friendly, you're not too concerned, are you? But you hope not to see much of it in the Championship. And I think if other teams twig that that's what we're going to be doing, they're going to be setting themselves up to capitalise on any mistake. And we seem to be very good at making mistakes.
He's done James.
James clips one into the back post, but he's put too much on it, I think. Yeah.
It's that final ball in it, Gary, what's letting us down a little bit. That final third, what's letting us down. We're doing so well. And then that final ball's just not quite right.
He's unmarked, he's coming in and he's just I think he's just tried to bend that into back post, Stu, hasn't he? I mean, would you think that's a shot or
a shot crossing it? It were looking for Bamford, but
I think
trying to get it on target with back post, but it were neither.
Somerville wins the ball in the middle of the park, and it's knocked out wide now to Ayling. Ayling back on the inside, and it's now played back to Strout, I think. Cooper. Elder's on the left-hand side up there somewhere, isn't he? He's quite in an advanced position, I think. Ampadu's just in the middle of the park. He's trying to find a bit of a pass, but there's the Hearts forwards are cutting the lines, and Ampadu with a little header, and it's making its way over there to Sinistera, I think. But Sinistera's not really done much last few minutes. It's gone a bit quiet, but it has been a scrappy period, I think, since that substitution. It's not been a pretty game to watch compared to that Forest match for either side. Let's hope that second half it's a little bit better and referee starts being a little bit more lenient with the whistle and all that sort of stuff.
I asked Gary this when you were booting. I asked Lee this, Gary, when you were booting your computer.
Yeah.
The squad, the lineups, what we've got, including a bench. Are you happy with that going into start of new season?
And then there's a chance for Leeds, and it's Luke Ayling, and he just picks up a long ball and he knocks it in. It looks like it's an own goal, and it looks like the referee's given it. It was a really, really quick bit of action, was that, and I think we'll just have to see the replay there. There's a little ball over the top. Luke Ayling latches onto it just outside the 18-yard box. And it's Lewis Sinistera, is it Chris Somerville who's played it into Luke Ayling, who comes in and he just clips it, and I think it's number 6 who got the final touch just before it crosses the goal line, and it's Haring. Is it?
He would have shot as well. He was trying to find the back post. He did everything right, did Ayling.
Hard, did everything right. And
he went on target. Ayling's goal for me.
Haring just helps it. Haring was stretching all the time to try and get to it, and there's no way he's getting into it. He's got too much pace on it, and slides to the ball with his sliding challenge, guides the ball over the goal line, and it's Heart of Midlothian 0, Leeds United 1, and Stu's now frantically updating his scoreboard, which is absolutely fantastic. And it's amazing how we're sat there talking about, it's not a good game, this, blah, blah, blah. And then, boom, out of nowhere, Leeds United score a goal.
On balance, so I think, first half, it's been well-deserved, if you ask me.
Yeah, we've definitely done more to deserve a win at this stage, I think, or certainly going in at half-time. But you never know, that they could change things up a bit, Hearts, now, and think that they're going to come back at us and try and get a goal. They're the ones under pressure. They're at home. Leeds are pressuring here, and it's Patrick Bamford. There's a lovely little ball in. I think Sinistera was involved, and it's gone out. And I think Patrick Bamford's claiming a corner ball. He just run it wide, did Patrick Bamford. He couldn't get the finishing touch on it as. I think it's Helder, is it, coming through the middle with combination with Cine.
Run, and a nice one too with Sinistera.
Nice little run. He's come inside, and the Leeds are starting to cause Hearts all sorts of trouble at the moment. And they're the ones under pressure, and it's Archie Gray with an outswing of right foot towards the penalty spot, and it's cleared out. And I think
Corner ball?
Sinistera's claiming another corner ball, but I don't think the ref's given it. He's given a goal kick.
This is better. This is
Cine
a lot
with a
better.
header. Yeah. Leeds suddenly picking the tempo up again a little bit, and Arts are struggling to keep up with it. They don't seem to have an answer at the moment, and it's a strong end to a productive first half, I think, for Leeds, and the Barmy Army are going crazy up all around the ground. I think Leeds United fans. Sinistera plays a little ball over the top, but he's just not finding anybody. I think with that, he's challenging with Atkinson at the moment, but he's finally won it back, and Leeds are starting to really press the issue now. They're maybe trying to get another goal before half time.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice if we could.
Yeah, it was getting a bit of a difficult watch, was this, but and there's a lovely little ball inside there for Shanklin, but it's cut out by Hielder, and Leeds concede a corner ball.
My man at match this first half, Hilda. I think he's made some really good runs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hielder's done
as well.
I think collectively, I mean, you were talking about starting 11s, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But at the moment, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing from Leeds, and there's a long ball into the back stick, but it's called offside anyway. Ilian Meslier spots it up for a free kick, and it's a good thing it was offside. Leeds very disciplined with the pushing and very disciplined with that back line. Hearts becoming a little bit frustrated at the moment. They're not happy with a couple of the decisions from the referee, it appears. As Leeds dither about with it at the back, they're going to start playing out from the back. And Ilian Meslier is on the ball at the moment. He's playing silly buggers with the Hearts striker Shanklin, but Leeds have conceded a throw in. And it's only about 20 yards up the line from the corner flag, and I think Leeds may well have won that throw in. Yeah, they have, and Luke Ayling's taken it.
We'll get away with it yet again, Gary.
Yeah, very lucky. I mean, we were talking about starting 11, Stu. The question was, am I happy with the starting 11? Is this what we're going to be doing week in, week out? I mean, there's going to have to be rotation of the squad because you've got so many games, and Patrick Bamford's latched onto a long ball in. Oh, and he just volleyed it on the half volley, and it's the outside of the bar. Patrick Bamford.
That were a good first touch and a good instant shot. Great ball from Cooper.
Yeah, it was. He's hit it with his right peg, I think, and he has, and he's just couldn't steer it on the inside of Clark's goal, and it's a very good effort from Patrick Bamford as him and Rowles are having a few words. I think Rowles was trying to mark Patrick Bamford there, but Bamford got the better of him.
Probably asking for his shirt at full time.
Yeah. Patrick, can I have your shirt? Get down on your knee. I am Lord Patrick Bamford of Leeds. Say that again.
We spent a few minutes for added on time at the end of this first half. You know, with injury.
Yeah, a couple of stoppages.
Yeah.
And interested if you're in there. Hello, welcome. I'm Gary. This is Watchalong Leeds. Joining me, Stu and Lee from the disabled team. There's 1 minute added time, and Leeds have got the ball with Sinistera. Plays a nice little ball to Somerville, but Somerville's lost the ball and he's actually been fouled. So Leeds have a free kick, and Somerville's down on all fours at the moment. He's not happy with that challenge. I think he's he's got one in the back of the Achilles. There's Chris Somerville. He gets up his hobbling. Now this free kick's about 30, 35 yards out, I think, from the Arts goal. And Archie Gray's over it. So is it going to be a direct, or it looks like he's going to just try and clip one into Patrick Bamford, who controls it, tries a volley on left foot, but it's blocked. And Leeds United win themselves a corner ball.
Good quick thinking from Archie Gray. I like that.
Yeah,
He's done
nice.
every set piece, hasn't he? He's done every set pieces, Archie Gray.
He's done a lot of the set pieces, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's not done half bad either. There's a little corner ball. It's played short. It's whipped in, but Hearts are struggling to clear the lines, and they have done now with a punt up the pitch, and that's the last kick of the half. And Leeds United go in half time 1-0 to the better. Stu.
Yeah, look, overall, very, very happy with that performance, that half. Shoe intent from minute one. Good tempo to the game. Shame that Routier had to go off with an injury. But you know, Bamford's come on. He's done well since he come on. Bit of a stop start in middle of that half, but we picked it up. Great ball by I think it was Cooper to Bamford who hit the bar, but Ayling got away. Ayling did really well for his goal. Took it down well. Went low and hard across the goal into the far corner away from the keeper. It just got a nick on. I think they'll put it down to an own goal, but I'd give it to Ayling because it was definitely on target. But other than that, Gary, I'm more than happy. More than happy, mate. More than happy.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, they have changed that. I don't know if you noticed there. They've changed it to and credited the goal to Kent as an own goal. So as I suspected, he kind of guided it over the goal line, I think, and that certainly seems to be how they've seen it. That yes, there was a touch there from Kent as that ball was going travelling towards or travelling over the goal line. So yeah, as I suspected, but Mally says he prefers Dan James on corners. I mean, I think at this stage Archie Gray's done all right, but like you say, I think there has to be there could always be a bit of flexibility, a bit of rotation between these set pieces. It doesn't have to be the same player taking every single free kick, every corner. I think we have to mix it up a little bit and let Dan James have a pop at them. And from that Forest game, from what I remember, Dan James's deliveries were always very, very good, and the delivery and the chances he created during that match were top drawer, I think. Dan James would probably be the one for me, but I think there's no harm in letting Archie Gray have a stab at it. I thought Rutter should have had a pen. Stu, tell me about that. Are you familiar with what happened there? Perhaps I missed that.
Yeah, when Rutter got fouled, wasn't it? It did look a bit. If VAR were around, it would have been given as a penalty. I thought the referee let it go. Referee let it go, and I think it was Sinisterra who got a shot away. In moments after it. But if VAR were about, I think VAR it would have been given as a penalty. Yeah, Mally's right.
Yeah, it was Sinisterra, Somerville, and then Ayling played across the field. Nice little win from Sinisterra there. He was under quite a bit of pressure from a couple of the Hearts lads, and he's played a nice little ball into Somerville. Somerville's managed to get it out to Ayling. And Patrick Bamford should have had a goal. I mean, if he were on fire, we're just looking at this replay here. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and instead of trying to clip it over the top of the keeper, he's run it wide, Patrick Bamford. and then he's tried to cross it in, and those kinds of chances during a match, competitive match, there could be few and far between. So I mean, Patrick Bamford, it's all about working on your game, isn't it? I think if he believes in himself, he clips that. He tries to clip the keeper there, Stu.
Yeah,
And
beautiful ball by Cooper.
Yeah, and as we're looking, I think there's a load of kids out on the field. They're playing a bit of five-a-side there or something.
Sign some of them up now.
Yeah, get them signed up.
Yeah,
get them signed up while they're cheap.
yeah. Gary, that's another thing as well, mate. Do you think we're doing this transfer window on cheap?
I think we are. But you see, the revenues are not there from the outgoing players, are they?
No.
And I think the thought is a lot of Leeds fans. They're all wetting themselves because 49ers, the $6 billion and blah blah blah. And we've talked a bit about this before. But if the cash isn't there, it's going to be difficult for us to go out and make a 20 million signing. We've not got 20 million coming into the club to cover that kind of signing. I mean, the thing is, a lot of the players, Rodrigo went for next to nothing. Apparently, it's believed that's 3 million. Then we've got a few others that have gone out and quote unquote they're all on loan. So unless there's we can get and I think this Melier situation, if we can get anything near 20 million for him,
I'll drive him there myself for a start.
From him, I'd just let him go. I'd let him go. I don't think he wants to be at the club. He's got his eyes set on the France first team. I mean, I think there are other keepers better than him in the French setup anyway. But he obviously wants to go or certainly make his claim for a backup goalkeeping position, if not starting position. Held a man of the match at half time. Ampadu quiet. Yeah, I mean Ampadu's just done what he's had to do. I think he's done all right. I think they've all done all right.
Ampadu's been making himself available. Ball just haven't been going to him.
Yeah. I also think that I don't recall any or many chances from Hearts there or shots on goal. Stu?
No.
So I mean,
apart from Misley, he arting about with ball. He's putting himself under a bit of pressure. He's been under no pressure from Hearts at all, has he? Really?
No, been very little to report from Hearts in terms of action in our 18-yard box, and I think that that's a good thing. That we're containing them. We're not letting them get near, and we've subdued their attacking threat. So from Leeds again, it's another all round really good, solid team performance. And you have to say that I think we're well worthy of going in at half time, winning this match. Now the thing is what do we do second half? Are we going to continue as we are, or are we going to change it? And are we going to be attacking, or are we going to try and be a bit more defensive? A lot of questions for Farker to answer. I'm sure we'll be. It'll be interesting to see what's going on at half time. Stu, are you all right taking the reins for a minute while I go get a drink and?
When you come back, I'll take the reins. I'll leave you to take the reins for a minute. Yep, of course.
Right, 80 million for Melier. I hope so.
Adams 20 million, Harrison 20 million, Nonto 20 million. I think we'll be looking to get about 70 Mali. I think you'll be looking to get Look, this is my valuation. Nonto about 25 million. Harrison about 25 million, about 20 million for Harrison. So that's like 45 million. 25 million for Adams, that's 45, 55, 65. That's 70 million and 10 million for Meslier. Yeah, you're spot on, Mally. Yeah, I'd say about 80 million. If we could get 80 million for the 4 players, reinvest. Because let's be honest, Nonto won't done all this pre-season. I don't think personally. Harrison's out injured. Adams is out injured. And Meslier, we've just brought in Caldalo. I'm more than happy to have Clarkson as my number 2. I really am. I really, really am. I think. Are you all right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Trying to grab yourself a drink. I think you're right though, Mally. 80 million. If we can do that for all 4, I'll take it. I'll take it tomorrow. Bite your hands off for that. But the problem is, Mally, would Adams and Harrison pass a medical at this moment in time? So if we take them out, what we're looking at about 30 million quid, 20 million for Nonto, 10 million for Meslier. I still think that's a fair chunk of money to invest into a striker. I think we need to get a striker. I really do. And I said that before game started. I think we need an out-and-out striker, a prolific striker. I'm not saying a world-class striker or all like that, but someone who's going to be in box at the right times and stuff like that. Liverpool are looking at Adams' release clause. Is that what is it? 20, 25 million release clause, is it? I think his release clause is about 25 million, isn't it? Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You don't sound so good, mate. Is that cough, innit? Have to get it sorted out, and your sore throat. So if we get 25 million for Adams, even though he's injured at the moment, that means that they'd have to take him out of the team, wouldn't they? If you know what I mean, they couldn't do a medical with him. So that's why I'm a bit concerned about Adams and Harrison. 20 million release clause from Adams. Would you be willing to check that, Mally? I think with the money what we've been bringing in, I think that's all right. Compared to money what we've been bringing in for players, it'll give us a bit of a what you call it. It gives us a little bit of a chest to bring in a £10 million striker, and then 10 million to get whatever else you need to bring in. That striker looked interesting, Mally. That Joel. Let me get his name so I don't butcher it. Let me just see if I can get it on screen and then share screen with you. Joel in Peru, it's Buster, whatever he's called. So let me see if I can find him for you, Mally. Give me 2 seconds, mate. I'll see if I can get his name up again. It'll be my history, history. And look out for that's him there. This is in Mally. Let me share screen. Present. Share screen. Exit. No, not that one. That one. I think I've clicked on the right one. This guy here, Mally. Joe Panjam Paula. Paul Pan Paula. Plays he plays for Venezia Serie B. His current market value's 3.5 million. I think he's got a 3 million release. That's euro, by the way. He's got a 3 million euro release clause. His main position he plays is centre forward and second striker. And if you look here, Mally, his value's been going up. So it's been improving a little bit. Yes, he's 28-year-old. But for 3 million euro, I don't think that's too bad. Yeah, I'd check him as well, 100%. if we can get Kamara for 5 million, I'd take 20 million for Adams. Yeah, definitely. 100% I agree with that, Big Mally. I do. I do agree with that. But it's whether we can. Let me turn this telly down a little bit. Still, I think it might. Worth a punt for free. Worth a punt on 3 million. I think so, Mally. I think so. You're not gonna be able to attract well a top striker for €3 million. Welcome back, Gary.
Some big transfer news coming in here from Big Mally. It seems about Liverpool. Helder, the man. We've got to spend within our means. I think you've gone through all of these already, Stu, haven't you?
I have, mate. I'm up to date for you. I'm
Up
more
to date.
quicker on yours than I am on mine, I tell you.
Go right ahead, Stu. You want to take a 5 minutes? Go right ahead.
I'm just going to use.
Take a relief break. We'll be all right. Yeah, I mean, what do you think? It's a good team performance, chat. I think we're looking good. No signs of teams have just come back out on pitch. Can't see any changes at the moment. We're just trying to tune into Leeds United to see what we could tell you about changes. Are there any substitutions? It's not always easy to see from the camera angles that we're receiving. So certainly the director's focusing more on the Hearts players at the moment. So I think it's the Hearts TV crew that's running the show up there. It certainly don't look like it's our lads. So yeah, interesting to see what's coming up. And Leeds LUTV have got Bryn Law commentating today as well, so that's always a positive. I like Bryn Law, proper Leeds commentator, I think. And Leeds have now got the ball. They're just tapping it about at the back, playing it about. Sun's out up in Edinburgh. And the players just on the right hand side, on the far side as we're looking, and it's all a bit hemmed in there. But Somerville's escaped with the ball. He's running at the Hearts 18-yard box, checks inside. Cree Somerville. Oh, I think there's a little deflection. Blooming heck! What a chance! And Cree Somerville only had one thing on his mind there. He's working in from the byline and leaves the defender, and it's deflected out, and Leeds win a corner ball out of that. Yeah, I think it's Kent who's done it, and it looks like Archie Gray there on the far side is taking another outswinger with his right peg. It's very deep. It's gone way beyond the back post, and it's headed back in by Hilder, I think. Is it Hilder? Oh,
good recycling that by Hilder.
Yeah. Leeds now just still in possession, and just wondering if it's getting more ding. Okay, first two, yeah. 20 minutes, and then it evened out. Yeah, kicked off. Yeah, so there we go. Thanks for that, Mally. I don't know what it is. I keep hearing this ding in my headset. Is somebody's trying to join the... Nobody's got the link, have they, to join this? Over to the far side, Luke Aylin's managed to keep the ball in, but he's conceded possession to the Hearts defenders, and they've just pumped it out. There's a little bit of a coming together, though, there on the just by the halfway line. But ref waves play on. Ampadu's just put it out to the left-hand side. Stu, you're back, are you?
I'm back, mate. Yeah, I've just Lee's just I heard Lee with that Somerville chance. It must have been a really good chance for Lee to go off. So yeah, It's look, we seem to have started off positive again early in his second half. We're having a lot of possession, moving ball well, going from left to right, right to left. What about? I'm not. I don't know about this going back to Mesley here all the time, Gary.
No, I
Why
don't like
keep
it.
going
Well,
back
I
to
mean, when he's
Mesley
coming
here all the
30
time?
yards out of his box,
Yeah,
uh,
I don't understand it. I don't get it. He had a forward pass and we chose to go backwards. Bit too much on that for Somerville to chase down.
Somerville, yeah, no chance he's going to catch that. It does irritate me, Stu. I don't agree with it, but you see what they're trying to do is try to pull the Hearts players. I think the only thing I can say is they're trying to pull the Hearts players out of position or trying to get them into different positions so that Leeds can try and catch them with a really quick move going forward. But it doesn't always work that way, and they are quite disciplined by the look of it, Hearts. And Dan James is running into the box now, turns and he's clipped one into the far post, and that's a hell of a goal by Dan James. What a finish that is!
Great goal by James, well deserved.
Absolutely brilliant goal from Dan James. It's an absolute that came out of nowhere. And there's questions about it being offside, but I don't think the linesman's doing anything about it. Certainly, there's no way that's offside. No, it can't be. Brilliant goal. Either the referee's seen some. Oh, they're trying to. I think they're saying that Luke Ayling was by the keeper, or Patrick Bamford's by the keeper, and the keeper's appealing, but the ref says no, nothing happening there, and it's a fair goal. He wasn't going to save it, even. Yeah, it wasn't. Oh, it has, yeah, it has. They've taken it off. I mean, Patrick Bamford, what was he doing there? He's denied Dan James a goal there as Patrick Bamford, and I think there'll be a bit of an inquest after that, Stu.
Yeah, I thought
after the game.
I didn't see a lot wrong with that, if I'm honest. Yes, Patrick Bamford was in an offside position.
Well, I think
was he feeding the goalkeeper at the same time? I'm not sure.
I think they're saying that he's obstructed the goalkeeper, and the keeper's saying that he couldn't stop the shot or dive to his left, which would make sense. I mean, when you look at that again, it's and the Hearts have broken through here. It's Odder with the ball, and he's blasted it straight at Ilian Meslier, who's down smartly to his right hand side. This game is opening up, and Hearts look like they're going to start trying to take the match to us now. To be honest with you, I think they're really having a crack at this. And there's a smashed ball there from the edge of the 18-yard box. It's gone up high and wide, and it's Odder again who's smashed it. I think, has he won a corner? I didn't see any deflection on it initially, but
a great shot that low, a great save low down
to his right. Meslier, good save that. And the Hearts are taking the corner. It's the number 10 Forest is driven one in. They've played it short, but it's been booted away again. I think they've got another corner out of that of Hearts. As Leeds try and organise themselves defensively, they've played it short again, and it's Forest. And Grant has clipped one in there, but it's defended well by Leeds. Leeds are looking quite solid at the back, and there's a misplaced pass.
Yep.
And Shankland can't get on it. Leeds have pumped the ball up the pitch, and it just gives them a minute or two or a second or two to try and reorganise, get themselves shaped up, and advance onto the Hearts players who are trying to clip one in over the back, but it's cut out. Odder's on the ball, plays it inside, and it's played back by Hearts now. So Hearts are doing sort of similar things to Leeds. Herring has played it all the way back. Must be 40-yard pass back to the keeper. Keeper's played it out, and Leeds are trying to put some pressure on Hearts, but Sinistera's offside, and he commits a foul on Herring, does Sinistera there. So Hearts have a free kick from inside their own 18-yard box. And we go again.
Should have been offside there, Gary? I thought Sinistera were a bit lazy getting back on side.
Yeah. This is the thing, isn't it? I think with strikers, and you see that quite a lot in the game, don't you? You know, they know they're in an offside spot, and they don't get back quickly enough. If you'll get a player try to play him in, and you know it's too late, mate. You can't chase that down because the flags are going to go up, and it's just missed opportunities, isn't it, Stu? Laziness, missed opportunities, and stuff like that. And it's frustrating, isn't it? You know, you get frustrated watching it sometimes when they're like that. And that's a nice little ball from Archie Gray into Crease Somerville. Somerville picks it up. There's a man wide, and it's Luke Ayling. Luke Ayling back to Archie Gray again. Archie Gray takes on a player, goes past him. And he's playing really well, Archie Gray. Luke Ayling's picked up the ball now. He's got two men on him. But Leeds are playing it close quarters at the moment, and Ampadu's going to have a shot, I think. No, he ain't. He just clipped it through, hoping to get a runner. But I thought Ampadu should have put his foot through that, Stu.
Yeah, definitely. Someone with his quality and experience. I mean, the problem is right. I know this is going to sound awful to us Leeds fans out there, but Ampadu's got to realise that these aren't Chelsea players at the quality what Chelsea had, where they're going to make that run and stuff. We are up to that level, so it would have been better putting his foot through it and getting the shot away, Gary. I think.
I think the easiest thing to say is we don't have a Didier Drogba in our side, do we?
Yeah. I want it to be nice to us Leeds fans, but you know we're playing at Championship level, and we've got a Premier League, in my opinion, quality player.
Yeah. I mean, it went through with a little bit of pace on it, but still there's no runner for that kind of ball, or nobody's anticipating that kind of ball. Byram looks like he could be coming on for Leeds, and
the latest with Byram today, a report already. We're ready to sign him up.
Right.
We're ready to go on the full.
And there's a mistake there by Hilda, and he's missed it completely, and it's latched onto by Oda. Oda plays it on the outside, and that's a lovely ball in from Atkinson, right across the face of Mellier's goal. And is it offside, is it?
Offside, I think, but he should have put it away.
Well, there's a little shove there by Oda on Elder, and he plays a lovely little... No, I don't think it was offside. Yeah, but it's a lovely ball in. Little warning there from Hearts that they could come back into this game if Leeds slack, take their eye off the ball, or
disallowed goal have come into this game, Gary. Since
say again.
Leeds, you know, since this deal got disallowed, Hearts have just. I think it's like give them a shot in the arm or something, because they seem to be a lot more a lot more dangerous now than what they were in first half.
Yeah, and just to let you know that Helder is off, and Byram's come on for Leeds, and it sounds like according to Stu there, that it sounds like they might be going to sign Byram up or commit him to some kind of deal. Any details, Stu?
I think it'll be a good move for Byram and for Leeds, if I'm honest. If we aren't going to be as active as we first thought we were going to be in this transfer match, I think bringing Byram in, I think it's a great move, because it's another player through the door, rather than having to go scout him, look for him, do negotiations with him. We've already got him training with us. Makes sense to me.
I mean, Farker must be pretty confident, if that's the case, that we don't need to spend 20 million. And the board have said, well, if you don't think so, then we won't bother providing you with anything. There's a bit of some jokes going on about Bamford. Bam even stops our own players from scoring. 2 up, Dan James. Men versus boys today. Bielsa type play manager. Some of our players still the same. Bielsa boys too. Victor Orta and Co really messed up.
Sorry, offside.
Offside. That was a good run, was that? And
he bent his run as well to try and keep on side as best as he could.
Yeah.
Pavada's on.
One at Leeds fans that Pavada's there, yeah.
Did Pavada come up for Somerville?
I haven't seen Somerville leave the pitch, but I mean, I am looking at some other things here, and says after someone here on Facebook says after watching the first half, I feel sorry for Hearts. Nothing for their fans to be positive about. So yeah, it's been Leeds that first half. Second half is pretty much more of the same. Although Hearts have tried to get back into this game, and they've had a couple of warning signs for Leeds. There's a lovely ball in there, and it's to Patrick Bamford, who just can't control the header. It's gone over the bar from about 4 yards out. It's coming with pace, and I think there's a bit of a bounce on it. I don't know.
Keeper saved it. He come at it really quick, and he were already on run. So all he could do was get some. Yeah. All he could do was get a bit of contact on it. No, he wasn't a good chance to want that. Really,
nah, very, very difficult. He were ahead of the ball. Was Patrick Bamford trying to get that? It's coming with pace, and it's taking a bit of a flick up off the keeper's arm, and Bamford no one's going to be able to react in time for that. There's a bit of more banter on Facebook. I'll just read a couple of these out, Stu, because I don't think we've got many comments in today at the moment. So I'll just say, never mind a striker, put Ayling up top.
Yeah.
Luis Sinistera. And there's a little ball in, and no, it's Pavada who slipped. Was that Dan James, was it? Yeah.
Go on, James. Go on,
Dan James is being held at his hips by the defender, and referees played on. Leeds still in possession. Sinistera, Ampadu is looking for a runner or a pass. And that nice little bit of passing. These bloody seagulls keep flying across the camera. They're distracting. We have some team in the making. Superb performance once again, and Farker has barely started. Well, I mean, it's interesting. Can't find this game. Any idea somebody looking for illegal streams? We don't promote that kind of thing at all. Archie Gray's got a corner far side with his right peg. It's another outswinger, and it's a lovely ball in, and it's headed down. And I think
Ayling stopped the goal.
Ayling, yeah.
Don't play Ayling up top.
It was Ampadu, was it? Ampadu that headed that. It was. I think, yeah. Strout.
Substitutions being made by Hearts.
Someone needs
about all these footballers. They've got some right hands, haven't they?
Some tans. Well, of course, Stu, it's close season, isn't it? Or close season's just finished. They've all been on holiday. A lot of them, haven't they?
I don't know what one of them is.
You don't know what an holiday is, no? Well,
no.
Someone needs to get some kind of gun or something like that to get rid of a few of these seagulls that obstructing, they're disturbing our viewing experience.
Well, we don't have to deal with that in Leeds.
No, do we? Heck, no. There's a nice ball over the top,
Ball.
just too long for Dan James, and he can't get to it. Unfortunately, can't pull it out. Somebody's asking, here's a quiz for you. What number was Jack Harrison last season? Let's have a bit of trivia.
27. 11. No.
No.
23.
No, you're very close. Apparently, it's 22.
I thought, I remember him having a number in his 20s.
I can remember stuff like that. Yeah.
Sarah did that tackle that challenge on him, did he?
Yeah, no.
His face.
Dave Bosomworth, that's a name for you and a half, isn't it? Says that Hearts are bad. We are looking like Brazil at the minute. I love reading some of these comments because we're not getting many comments, folks. Share this stream. Maybe you've got a friend who likes writing comments. They can always come in here and write them as long as they're cleanish. Did the Rotter get a mention? Yeah, his Rotter's off, so yeah, he's Rutter, should I say?
Great ball.
Sweet. Yeah, lovely ball in, and oh god, dearie me, it's Byram, is it? Is that Byram's effort? Was it?
Byram.
Byram. I think Byram's aiming for a couple of seagulls up in Rosehead.
No, he didn't get his body over it, did he? To keep it down.
Yeah.
We're leaning back. He took his shot.
Yeah. There's a bloke called Dave Cole, and he's up somewhere near where that ball ended up from Sam Byram. I wonder if he's managed to catch it. There's a picture of him on Facebook. Anyone's and Leeds are in, and Dan James, and he just let the ball roll a little bit too far over his foot as he struck through that, Dan James, and it's wide, and well high of the Hearts goal. It's a shame because I was hoping Dan James deserves to be on the score sheet this afternoon, I think, as far as I'm concerned, and Patrick Bamford is the man who's denied him, and Wilfred Nonto's coming on with, I've got to say, a very chiselled six-pack, would you say?
Yeah. Lucky bugger. I'm jealous.
We just have to get the weights out, Stu, and get doing all this.
No, I'm not jealous of that. I'm jealous that my 12-pack don't look as good.
I've got to say, I have got a six-pack, Stu. It's just in the fridge. Wilfred Nonto's coming on, and we're not sure who's coming off just yet. We're going to find out right now, I think.
I want to see his attitude better. I want to see a better, more positive attitude from him.
Yeah, and the Leeds fans are chanting away. I think it's all Leeds at the Hearts Stadium today up there.
I think it's come off for Dan James for the sound of it.
Yeah, Dan James has come off and Wilfred Nonto's come on, and I think they say there's 3,000 Leeds fans there. I think there's quite a few more than 3,000, Stu. Because we've got all these clubs all over land, haven't we? Example, the Whites, like where I am, Keighley Whites. They've got Aberdeen Whites. I've seen a couple of flags from them, and Wilfred Nonto, is it? Sinistera picking up the ball, and Wilfred Nonto, Sinistera combining. Sinistera's trying to beat the outside man, but he puts a bit too much on it, overcooks the little knock past the defender, and it's a goal kick for Hearts. Shackleton's on as well. Shackleton's come on for Luke Ayling by the look of it, and a number of subs have been made. You don't always see the subs happening, do you, in these these
No.
games. It's that it just happens off camera. I don't know if that's a new thing that's incoming, an incoming rule where it's just rolling subs. They come on and off, and play just continues. But I certainly didn't see that happen. And Luis Sinistera is getting mugged there by the number 14 for Hearts. And it's Devlin who's dispossessed Luis Sinistera in the middle of the park. Hearts have the ball, and it's there's a little foul there, and I think it's Archie Gray. He's just clipped the opponent. He's on the floor rolling around, holding his ankle. The camera, it's number 3, and it's Kingsley who's got a cropper there, I think. Probably just...
Yeah,
a
little bit late, wasn't it?
He's just stuck his leg across there as Gray, and it's caught him on his left boot. And Hearts have switched the play, but it's gone out, and it's a Leeds United throw in. I think Wilfred Gnonto's gone over there to take that throw in. Oh no, he hasn't. He's left it to Byram, I think. And there's a shove in the back there from Oda, I think. Oh my God.
How have they got away with that?
How have they got away with that? I'll never know. What dodgy refereeing is this? Patrick Bamford's trying to close the ball down. Nice bit of closing by Patrick Bamford. It's starting to get a bit physical, this match.
Go on,
As Hearts don't seem to have much of an answer for Leeds. Nice bit of play from Shackleton. And it's Pavetta. It's Wilfred Gnonto with a header. It's a glancing header just past the post.
Gnonto should have scored. He were unmarked as well.
He were unmarked. It's a lovely little run from Wilfred Gnonto, just from the edge of the 18-yard box. He just makes a little run in, little darting run in, and he should have done better there, Wilfred. He's just tried to glance it to beyond the keeper, but he's got too much on it. And unlucky for Wilfred. I were hoping that he'd have buried that, but unfortunately, it's not to be. And play's held up at the moment. Hearts are making some substitutions, and we're having a look, see what the latest is.
Number 12. Cibic for Atkinson.
Cibic, yeah. Cibic, is it? Something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, Cibic. Cibic's come on, so not Owen Hearts could be in here, but nice little bit of defending. Just take it out, and it's Coops. Just
been alert today,
just being alert to get in there. His mate, because their numbers, I think Herring was in there, wasn't he? But Coops put a bit of pace on and managed to cut it out and concede a corner ball. Nice bit of defending from Coops. As Hearts are deciding what they're going to do with this corner ball.
Looks like it's going to be an out winner, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does. And I'll just turn that chat off there from Big Mally. Don't know, have we got any 1 hour, 11 minutes on the clock, so 71 minutes, and I think it's been defended again, and missed what happened there with that corner ball. It looks like it's a Leeds goal kick. Yeah.
Routine up at training ground. Long dink took back, and Hart player on volley, high and wide.
Yeah. And Leeds have tried playing out from the back, and they've really cocked that up between them. Byram and Forrest are just having a bit of a few words there. I'm not so sure what went on there. There's a bit of a challenge from Byram, as Hearts are trying to force the way through the Leeds defence, but Leeds are being really, really tough at the back today. There's no change given from any of the back four or any of them midfield. You know, they're all doing really well, closing them down and stopping the players at any kind of through ball from Hearts. They've found it really hard work of Hearts. That's a good little bit of play there. Nice little bit of control from Wilfred Gnonto, retaining possession for Leeds, deep in our own half. And Ampadu's just under a lot of pressure, just thumped the ball to the other side of the pitch, hoping to get on. Someone can get on it, and it's gone out for a Hearts throw in. Stu.
Yeah, but the one worrying thing I've found of what I've seen so far from Leeds is if we get put under pressure at the back, we struggle. We struggle to get rid of it. We're trying all these intricate passing, but we're getting close down too quickly. And our players just don't seem to have the balls, the skill to get out of it. This is why sometimes I think it's good to go long when you're under pressure at back, Gary, rather than trying to with that one extra pass.
I mean, these defenders should know when you first start. It's the basics of defending, isn't it? If you're under pressure, pump it long. Or if you think if you can't find a pass, pump it long and try and find a pass further up the pitch. Don't dither about with it at the back. And I mean, one of the defenders that I always worried about, but he were a brilliant defender for us, Robert Molinar. Can you remember him?
I do.
If there were any kind of pressure, he'd have this little tricky little turn, and he'd just leave the attacker flat on the face, and it worked every time. You were just like, oh God, no, here he goes again, and he just. I think you like that, chat. Go look Robert Molinar up for some of his defending. He was comical. Leeds on the attack here. Wilfred Gnonto coming in from the left-hand side. Tries to hit one with his right boot, but it's blocked. Ampadu. Oh, and he just whips one in, but it's just over the far post.
What far away was it?
Yeah, what far away Ampadu there, I think.
Lovely. Like that.
A good effort from Ampadu. Leeds coming back into this match now, starting to deal with Hearts as threat. They look like they might have run out of steam, Hearts, at the minute as we go into this last 15 minutes. Is it, Stu? Yeah.
Yeah, 15 minutes about that included. Yeah, 76 minutes on clock.
Yeah, 76 on the clock. So about another 15 minutes left, we think. Not much in the way of stoppages to report so far this half. And that's a good thing. Ilian Mellier's got the ball, and Leeds are tippy-tapping it about at the back, and it's the kind of stuff we don't like seeing in it, Stu.
It frightens me to death. It really does every time we do it.
Yeah. The Terminator was his nickname. Inky's joined, and he says, and I think Inky's talking about Robert Molinar there. Yeah, I mean, he were one of my favourite Leeds players. I thought he was class. He were a right brute as well, wasn't he? I don't think I'd like to be the striker up against Robert Molinar. But the other one, of course, the Leeds legend were Radaby, wasn't it? Back in the day. Yeah. Loved it. Did Lucas Radaby. Always be welcome at Ellen Road.
He come to Second West on Great Autumn Road, Gary, for his, when he retired. We had a testimony for him. He come and he played football with Liam and a few others in Cub car park for about half an hour.
Did he?
Oh, yeah,
brilliant.
Liam's got his autograph. Yeah, Liam's got his autograph and everything. Yeah, he played football with kids for about half an hour. You should have seen the size of his mind, though. I still remember it to this very day. Lucas were a big man, but his
Yeah.
mind were taller and built like a tank. Honest to God, I looked up and I was still looking up and I still couldn't see his head. That's how tall he was. He was massive.
Jesus. Yeah, you get some big guys in that kind of industry, don't you? Like security and that. But some substitutes to tell us about. I think I've missed what's gone on there, to be honest with you, because we're too busy reminiscing. But I think Giabi's come on. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, Giabi's on. Who went off for Giabi? Did you see who? Was it Wasn't Elder, was it? Elder's already off, isn't he?
So let's have a look. Let's have a look. So Giabi. Let's see who's on. Let's see.
Right, apparently it's Gertrude's on for Ethan.
Ampadu.
Ampadu.
So Ampadu's gone off for Geltad.
And Cooper off for Cresswell.
And Cresswell's come on for Graham Cooper.
Right. All right. Some interesting changes there by Farker. I'm not so sure. Giving those guys a 12-minute run out is a good idea, but anyway, here we go. It is what it is, as they say, and there's nothing we can do about it.
You see, some friendlies are also used to put players in shop window.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. You know, if we're trying to offload somebody, why not? That might be why we've put Melier in for such, and Melier's had so many minutes that, you know, really we're looking for a bit of an offer on this guy. If we get the right offer, you know, away he goes. I think if the right offer came on the table, I don't think Melier would bat an eyelid. I think he'd sign and he'd go. I don't think he'd be too bothered.
I think so.
Patrick Bamford has taken one in the head there. It's a 50-50, and the defender's put his boot up, and I think it's pumped Patrick right on the forehead. Oh, right under his chin by the look of it. And Patrick Bamford might be down for the count there. That's a bad one. It looks a lot worse in the slow-mo, as always with these kinds of challenges. But Patrick Bamford's taken a full blown boot under his chin, and it might be a visit to the dentist for Patrick Bamford after this game, or even during this game. That were a horror one. That
striker in after all for the start of the season.
Yeah, we might need a striker now. Get on the phone. And he's up and about. It's Patrick Bamford. I don't see any. Yeah, I don't see any signs of blood. It might not be as bad as what we first thought, or how it probably looks. But he's put Joseph on, and it could be that Patrick Bamford is leaving the field. He's been told to go off after that injury or after that challenge.
Yeah.
No messing about with any treatment or any examination. He's just got up, and maybe Farker probably saw it and probably thought, it might be the end of the day for Patrick Bamford. So that's it. His work is done.
Submit performance up, Gary, and then I'll do it straight after you.
Yeah, fairly convincing from Leeds. Hearts have been have not really posed as any threat. I don't think they've not posed as any threat. We've dealt with them very well from what I've seen. Leeds have had the better chances. We've had one disallowed, a couple of other really good missed opportunities. So all in all, I'm very happy with what I've seen today so far, Stu. I think that we deserve the win. But more importantly, or as importantly, I'd say, it's looking like it's going to be another clean sheet for us, does this? It's the second one in a row. And that's going to be a good thing for Farker, that, you know, the defence is improving. And we seem to be able to deal with the threats that have been posed. You know, I mean, we've dealt with two decent teams here, Nottingham Forest and Hearts. So, Yeah, overall, I think we've played about the level that we could expect in the championship. Um, Obviously, we're going to have to deal with teams like Leicester and Southampton. Those are the other two. But you know that if I remember rightly, Southampton were poor when we played them, but things could change. You know, they've got new management in there. They've been doing a bit of business in the transfer market. Leicester as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall very satisfied. Still confident that we can give any team in that championship a game and be able to pick ourselves 3 points up as Wilfred Donto goes down under a challenge and the referee says there's not enough in it and waves play on. Stu?
Yeah, well, I think overall it's been a really good pre-season. You know, I think we've been getting fitter and fitter each game that goes by. This game's been brilliant. It's been a bit more physical.
Yeah.
You know, there's been and what I am pleased to say is that our players have just got up and got on with it. Even Bamford getting kicked in the face, got up. Yeah, he come off granted, but at least he got up, went straight down to them. I just think we look a bit more physical this time around, Gary, than what we did last season. I think last season we were a bit lightweight, but this time I think because we've got the players seem to be showing a bit more fight, showing a bit more physicality as well. You know, and look, I still think we need a striker before window closes, but I'm confident if Bamford, as long as Bamford and Rutia are all right to start the game against Cardiff, I don't think there's, you know, I'm quite happy with what we've got going into the start of the season. Other than that, yeah, it's been positive. It's been a positive pre-season.
I think with that physicality, what you've just mentioned there, you know, when we think back about this game, that it has been a physical contest. That you know these guys are quite happy to, you know, try and throw you to the ground, get the boot in, muscle players off the ball, and we seem to have dealt with that by not entertaining it, just getting on with our football and playing with them. I mean, I think that overall, and Inky makes a good point here, that both number nines have gone off injured a week before the season. I think the Patrick Bamford one, I don't think that'll be too much of a problem, but I think that the Rutter one, if it looked to me like he's taking a whack in the ribs, so if it's a fractured rib, even a hairline fracture, you can be out for it. I mean, I've had a hairline fracture in my rib, and it took nearly 8 weeks to before I started feeling right. And there's no sort of treatment for that. Even an X-ray, you can't always see them on the X-rays. That's what the doctor said back in the day. And let's just hope that Rutter is. It's just a bit of a winding job for him, and it's nothing too serious. As Joseph tries to break through, keeper's out to punt it up the pitch, and it's high up into the air, doesn't get beyond the halfway line, and Joseph's back in again, but it's defended by by Hearts, and I think he's won a corner ball there, Joseph. Big lad, isn't he?
He is. Has Geltard come on yet?
Yes.
So, Geltard. I haven't seen a lot in Geltard again.
No, it's not.
Geltard worries me a little bit.
He's not done much, has he? But I mean, it depends on what Farker's asking him to do, and that's a lovely ball in, but nobody's got the touch on it.
Yelder? No, it's not Yelder, is it?
That's not Elder. Elder's off. It's Creswell. I don't think it was Creswell who got his head up ball, though. I think it might be Nonto. Yeah, we don't get too much in the way of replays on that one. But yeah, I think that's an area of concern. Let's just hope that they're both all right. There's a stoppage in play. Oh, is there? No, it's a goal kick. Creswell's won the header again for Leeds United, and there's a bit of a foul there. The referee has given the free kick. It's 20 yards out, almost dead centre for Hearts. And is it Gray? Yeah, I mean,
Gray again.
he's looking. I don't think he's had a yellow card, has he? I don't think referees. Yeah, he's had a few of those this afternoon. Archie Gray's made a few kind of rash challenges. He's a little bit delayed challenges. I think if in a competitive match, he might have even been sent off if he'd have lasted this long. But we'll see. I'm not so sure who's over this. We can't see a shirt number. But he's had a whack at it, and it looks like it's gone straight into the wall. It's at Hearts corner, and it's away at the far side. Wilfred Nonto's giving some directions in that 18-yard box.
How Trippi's done, Lee?
I like it first half, yeah.
And it's Cochrane to take the corner.
Yeah. Here comes Art's corner, Out's
Out.
And it's a nice punt up the pitch. I think it's Strauch who's punted that. And Wilfred Nonto is out there chasing after it, and Cochrane's trying to block him up, and Joseph's missed. Wilfred Nonto serves it right up for Joseph, and Joseph, all he had to do was connect with it, and he's completely missed it. Matthew Joseph, and he is absolutely furious with himself because Wilfred Nonto put a stellar ball in for him, and unfortunately he's completely missed it. But I think it might be that the defender Rollers has just done enough to distract Joseph from getting his finishing touch on that ball, because that was a wonderful ball in from Wilfred Nonto. 90 minutes on the clock, folks, and we're just waiting to hear about any extra time as Joseph picks up the ball again, but he's dispossessed. It's punted in the air by Hearts. Looks like it's a windy afternoon up there, Stu.
Oh, is it in Scotland, isn't it, Gary?
Aye. Some shite Scottish weather will harden them up, won't it? Would like to see a new number 9 before next week. Yeah, Inky says that Inky's got that right, I think.
I agree.
Oh, and there's a mistake, and Wilfred Nonto's latched onto it, edge of the 18-yard box, crosses away with his left boot, but it's defended by Hearts. Comes out to this near side, and Nonto's going to take the throw in, I think, or he's leaving it, and because the referee's blown full time, I think. And it's another clean sheet from Leeds United. Heart of Midlothian 0, Leeds United 1, and it's a stellar performance from Leeds. They've done enough in what at times was a physical contest, but Leeds seemed to have the edge and looked like they could go through the gears at any moment against Hearts, and Hearts just didn't seem to have anything for us. It didn't seem to ask us any questions. So I don't think it was really a test of our defence and our defensive capabilities, Stu. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was an easy run out for Leeds. It was an easy victory. I'm just disappointed with some of us finishing. That's the only thing I would say on a negative is us finishing. But that was a positive. We were physical. We were well in the game. We kept the ball well. There was some good 1-2 football. Some lovely running from Yelda, from Dan James. Some good crosses and everything as well. I think overall, Gary, 1-0. I think it flatters Hearts, but a 1-0 clean sheet, I'll take it every day of the week.
We're going to be in this situation where we're going to away grounds, such as in the Championship, and in those situations, if we have to go, or when we have to go to places like Preston, I'd be quite happy to go in there, grinding a 1-0 win out all day long. To be honest with you, it wouldn't bother me how badly we perform, as long as we try and keep a clean sheet, nick a goal, and get out of there. That satisfies me. And I recall going to when we did the FA Cup games on the channel, and when it came up that we're playing Cardiff, I think it was Cardiff, and I was sat there thinking, Christ, this is a banana skin, is this? So we had to go down there. I think, did we get a 2-2 draw? And was it 2-2?
3-0. 3-0.
Was it 3-2, 3-0, or was it a Desmond? Desmond 2-2.
I can't remember. I'm sure it was 3-0.
Yeah, well, whatever it was. I mean, we got drawn, and I thought this is us getting knocked out of the FA Cup at Cardiff. Always thought a bit of a bogey side. Not a nice place for us to go, is it? And we ended up bringing them back to Ellen Road, and I think we absolutely pummeled them back at Ellen Road. We're in 5-2 or something daft like that. And it just shows that at home we're going to be a different animal, but when we're away, in places like that, Cardiff, and these other towns and cities where we're not a popular side, you just think, well, let's go there, nick ourselves a goal, and get out. And it doesn't have to be two. We're not expecting a pretty match. And I think that's the kind of game today that we can expect when we go down to somewhere like Cardiff, that it's going to be a physical battle. It might not be a pretty game to watch. It won't be entertaining all the time, and there are going to be moments where we get tested. To me, I think the only thing that we missed today was a test from Hearts, and I think that the back four really, didn't have to face anybody of any quality. Yeah. Taking nothing away from Hearts, they just couldn't put it together when they were in advanced areas of the pitch. That we somehow, let's just hope that this defence is the real deal. I think I'd want to see more of Creswell, if I'm honest with you. But then who do you drop? You can't really drop Cooper. And who was the other defender we started with today? It was Helder, yeah. So, those two have done really well today. I mean, it gives Farker some options. Does he put all three in? Does he have a mix and match of two? And then, or does he go wing backs? Does he, how does he line up? And I think overall, with what we've got at the minute, we have got different options on the table that we can certainly change formations. We can change personnel. There's still some squad strengthening that needs to happen, and let's just hope that we see some new faces this week, Stu.
I agree. I totally agree. Inky, who do you think will be in between the sticks next week? Oh, that's a good question. You'd have to say not. If Meslier is still at Leeds United, you'd have to say Meslier, wouldn't you? He's been given 2 full pre-season games on bans, 2 clean sheets.
He's had 2 clean sheets, but he hasn't. Today, he wasn't tested today, and he wasn't.
No,
I think I can only recall him having to save really 1 shot, but it was the same when we played Forest that he didn't get a test there. Really, I didn't think. I think he made a couple of catches, but I don't think those were really direct shots. I think Melier could be. I hope he's on his way out. To be honest with you,
I do know.
That, it's clear that he doesn't really want to be there. I'd be quite happy to see the back of him if he's not interested and he's got his eyes on France and all this other fluff that some of these players come out with, and he doesn't want to play for Leeds United. We don't have a choice. Offload him as quickly as we can, and now we've got plenty of cover there. We've got the new lad Darlow, Cleeson, and is there another keeper there as well at the moment, Stu?
Yeah, it's that Van der Heuvel or whatever he's
the
called.
Heuvel, is it? Yeah, so plenty there for us to worry about. Definitely a Scottish ref. Thank you for that one, Mally. And then we have LUFC Robbo. Hey up, Robbo, you alright? Yeah, we keep.
Robbo.
We keep. I don't know if you know, Stu. This guy's got a new channel. Apparently, he's. If it's one I'm thinking, he's one of Army lads. I don't know if you've seen it around on YouTube, but Robbo's keeps pumping out those videos and keep watching them. What did you think to that, Robbo? Yeah, he started doing a bit of Leeds content on his channel and stuff. So yeah, all the best to you, Robbo. Good luck with it. I hope it. You'll soon find it starts taking off. You just keep pumping them videos out and stuff like that. They'll soon start finding the audience. And he's, I think you're associated with Dave at Leeds YRA 72. I think it's Leeds United YRA 72. I'm just using my memory. If my memory is wrong, let us know in the comments. Mally says he thinks James and Poveda have earned a start for next Sunday. It's going to be super interesting, isn't it? I can't wait for for first competitive game. I think we're at home, aren't we, Stu? Is it yep, Cardiff?
Sunday,
Cardiff at home. That I'm. If there's one team that I despise in Championship, I think it has to be Cardiff. Because it's always a super hostile atmosphere, isn't it, down there? It's there's a bit of history. There's a bit It's always a bit of a spicy fixture, a bit of a spicy affair. So I mean, if they thought this were a tough game, some of these lads won't have ever played Cardiff. They're going to be in for a real test next week. I think it's always a tough opponent for us. I think. Pascal, yes, of course, Pascal. Helder was a left back, yeah, of course. Pascal Strout, yeah. When you're talking about these games and stuff like that, it's all right if you've got notes. I mean, we haven't made any notes. Have you made any notes today, Stu?
No. I've never made a note for anything I do on YouTube in my life. I just go with flow.
Just go with flow. Just get it up. Say what's on your mind, don't you? That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, best way to be.
Best way to be. I'll just have a little look and see what other things we can gather from that particular performance from some of the fans. Sick Note got his line in already. 70 grand a week, FFS. One assumes that's about Patrick Bamford. At least he can't embarrass himself next week. He didn't limp off, so fingers crossed he's okay.
He couldn't do all about that chance what come at him.
No, that chance that came at him no striker would have in that position. No striker would have anticipated that little hand that the keeper got to it. It just deflected the ball a little bit, I think. Poveda, totally different player. Only us could lose both number 9s in a week before the season starts. Well, let's hope that it's not things are not as bad as what the first seen. 2 losses against teams were expected to probably get beaten by Man United and Monaco. 2 wins, 2 clean sheets against 2 teams we're expected to beat. We're looking better each game. Let's smash the championship. We're on loan for 1 season and 1 season only. Come on, Leeds. Missed the last 20 minutes. What injury? Yeah, not talking about that. Looking good. Hearts are dirty. Can't read the rest of that out, I'm afraid. Matteo Joseph could be the next number 9. Stu, any thoughts on that? A good suggestion here I'm reading.
I would have liked to have seen Matteo Joseph put that ball away into back at net, what he missed at end.
Yeah.
It was he should have buried.
He should have buried that. I think it was probably just the defender just probably did enough to distract him. But those kinds of chances, few and far between, aren't they? You've got to bury him, and that's it. Had it been Bamford on the end of it, we'd have all been pulling our eyes out and I think tearing our hair out, wouldn't we?
We would have been really, really laying into Bamford if he missed that sort of chance.
If that had been Bamford, and I think we have to say, well, he's a young lad and he's probably just been distracted enough by that defender, not to get on the end of that and just make a little, any kind of touch, it's back at net, innit, pretty much. So it's just one of them, innit. But you see, we think back about that Bamford at Leicester chance, the one that sends every Leeds United fan to sleep with nightmares. Pulled his hammy.
When he went down, he fell back. Just before he went down, he fell back of his left leg.
Oh, did he? Right, yeah, I must have missed that. Yeah. Let's hope he's all right and firing on all cylinders for next week. Let's hope so. Anyway, I mean, you can't say any fairer than that. Stu, when's the fantasy back on, Stu?
I spoke to Russell. I've left a message with Russell. I'm hoping that he'll get back to me. I'm wanting to try and do one ASAP, Inky, for you. I've asked him if he wants to do one tonight, but he hasn't got back to me yet. So we'll just have to wait and see. But if he don't get back to me today, I'll try to do one tomorrow night. Even if Russell's unavailable, I'll do one tomorrow night for us all.
Okay, so is that a live stream? Is it, Stu? You're gonna do? Yeah, is that what they're referring to? Yeah, I mean, I probably won't be able to watch that because I'll be headed to bed shortly after this stream. A couple of other comments I've seen. Great result, lads. Played well. Andy Gray on head on. Old head on young shoulders. What a prospect. I think he's talking about Archie Gray. Yeah,
I like him.
Yeah, it'll be all right. We could have and should have scored a bag full more goals. Difference is a clean sheet. And we got a win again, starting to feel good again. Yeah. So a lot of positive things to think about that game. I think Farker will just, keep working them this week. Let's hope that we get a couple of fresh faces in those areas where we've talked about it. Say that again. So he's got a good
week now on training ground without any distractions for pre-season friendlies.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to over-push them. He doesn't have to do too much with them. I think it's, just getting those ideas communicated, looking at different things and perhaps just preparing players because I think first few weeks, nobody really knows what they're going to face, do they?
No.
This Cardiff side that we're playing, it could be a different animal to what we played last time against at Elland Road. And I think we've just got to be prepared for whatever they bring against us, and that we've got the answers. Should it be a tough game? And I'm anticipating that every game is a tough game in this championship. Yeah. We can't deal with it any other way. That we can't underestimate any of the opponents in this division. And I think that we've got the answers, I think, for most teams. I hope so. But Cardiff is one of those. You know, you never know what you're going to get. I've always thought of Cardiff as a bogey side, the sort of team you never really want to play against. But if you looked at the division and said which team would you wish to avoid playing,
Cardiff.
I'll give you a free pass. My choice would be Cardiff. You?
Or Millwall down at the Den.
Millwall, yeah, that's another one. You'd think, oh God, don't want to go there. Right, Stu, I think what we'll do then is wrap this stream up, buddy, and then you're ready for if you want to do another one later on. I'm going to retire to bed. Any final words, Stu?
No, look, overall positive pre-season. Like what I'm seeing, like the blueprint of Farker, what he's trying to do. You can see what he's trying to do. We are going to have a lot of possession in games next championship, but we just need to make sure that when we get his chances, we take them.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And Stu, of course, thanks very much for providing the clock, the scores, the team lineups there. I don't know if hopefully you can see that all at home or wherever you are. It's definitely a great LP. Satisfied with all those little things that you've put on the stream today?
Everything. I even had Lee with us, which were good.
Always a positive note. Right. Well, thanks very much for watching. Watchalong Leeds and T.D.T over here for helping us today. And of course, if you're catching up on catch up, do consider subscribing. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you all. I think next week for another Watchalong against Cardiff. Look out for any videos and shorts and stuff that we're going to knock out during the week. Depending on the news from Ellen Road. All the very best to you. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.